the true story of two good kids that came from good families.
Chains, man. We got big chunky shits on. These niggas like skinny jeans, skinny chains, bitch
Turned to
jeans.
real
What's wrong with these
gangster
niggas,
from
man?
Long Island, engaged in a web of criminal actions, conflict, and eventual revelations, presents a gripping narrative that embodies the complexities of the human experience. The story unfolds with the protagonist, referred to as Korleon.
Nigga, king of the cells, nigga. Now I'm king of the streets, nigga.
Their decision to step into the criminal underworld would set off a chain of events that would change their life. Mike Skillz would tell him, "You gotta understand, Korleon, this gangster life is 25 to life or death. It not like anything you've seen before. It's dangerous, and it's unforgiving."
Told you that faggot ass nigga was gonna lay down the other night.
Yo, fam, I know you for some reason.
Put you to the camera.
I got my daughter here.
Niggas don't give a fuck about that. I ain't Scarface, my nigga. I kill women and kids, nigga.
You got it, bro.
Mike, but I'm a gangster, so their decision to step into the criminal underworld would set off a chain of events that would change their life.
Wait, what? Somebody behind me.
The scene escalates into a violent confrontation, ending in tragedy as Mike Skillz falls in a fatal encounter. Korleon and Mike Skillz, now fully immersed in the criminal world, engage in a tense confrontation with drug dealers in a dimly lit warehouse. Their criminal activities led them into a web of danger and moral ambiguity. Their decision to rob drug dealers would draw them into a deadly conflict. In the heart of the intense exchange, Mike Skillz is struck by a fatal bullet, his body recoiling from the impact as he falls to the ground, a look of determination etched on his face. Time seemed to slow as the chaos unfolded. In that pivotal moment, the trajectory of Korleon's life was forever altered. Korleon, gripped by a surge of desperation, rushes to Mike Skillz's side, his hands trembling as he desperately tries to staunch the flow of blood. His mentor, the man who Korleon's anguished cry echoes through the abandoned warehouse as he refuses to accept the reality of the situation. Korleon, tearful, is telling Mike to hang on. "Hang on, Mike. You're gonna make it." But Mike Skillz's gaze is distant, his voice barely above a whisper as he addresses Korleon for the final time. In that moment of vulnerability, Mike Skillz imparted his final wisdom, a plea for Korleon to survive and honor their shared purpose. Mike Skillz's last word was death before dishonor. Gangster rules 25 to life or death. Listen to me, you gotta get out of here. Finish what we started. Make it count. Korleon's eyes glisten with unshed tears as he nods, a vow forming in his heart. As the life ended for Mike Skillz, Korleon stood at the precipice of a new reality, his resolve tested by the loss of his dear friend and mentor. Mike Skillz's hand tightens briefly around Korleon's, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. Then, with a final breath, he slips away, leaving. Korleon stands over the lifeless body of Mike Skillz, a mix of anger and grief on his face. He looks up at the drug dealers, his eyes burning with a newfound resolve. Don Korleon's voice trembling with emotion. "You just made the biggest mistake of your lives." Korleon's transformation from a bright young man to a man consumed by vengeance marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life.